Morning moto hikers. I'm at the bottom end of the Oxley Highway just before it starts to climb up onto the New England Plateau. I've got the next few days off to go and explore all of the interesting roads of the Northern Rivers and New England area. So we're starting with the Oxley Highway. It's about 10 o'clock, 10:30 on Tuesday morning. Easter's just finished, so hopefully not too much traffic about. But we've got, probably the next 3 or 4 days. We're going to work our way up towards the Queensland border and take in all of those good roads, Gwydir Highway and the Clarence Way, obviously the Oxley Highway. So kick back, enjoy the ride. Going to be doing a bit of camping, I think, but plan's pretty loose. Just need to get home sometime between Thursday and Saturday, really. So let's see how it all pans out.
Absolutely stunning day today. For those of you who don't know, the Oxley Highway runs from Port Macquarie up to Walker. Is the popular motorbike ride, but it actually continues all the way out west to Burke. So quite a long ride. Today we're just doing the section from Mount Seaview up to Walker. I've got all the camping gear on the bike, so plan to be camping as long as the weather's fine, and we'll see what we see. But it's just an absolutely cracker of a day for a ride, and I've been looking forward to getting this old bike out and doing a good road ride for quite a while. Now we've had 2 years of quite heavy rain here on the mid-north coast of New South Wales, and it's caused the Oxley Highways being closed quite a lot due to some huge landslides that occurred here in both of those rain events. So still quite a lot of road work, but well worth the trip for a ride. So on a weekend, this road becomes a bit of a racetrack for motorcycles and sports cars, which isn't really my scene. I like to come up, if I'm going to do this road, it's worthwhile trying to do it midweek when there's not as much traffic. But you do have to watch out for cattle trucks and logging trucks. It is a major road to get from the plateau or from the western part of New South Wales down to the coast. So you do get quite a lot of slow trucks coming through here midweek. And the other thing to consider is that this road goes from down on the coast, only 100 metres above sea level or something at Wauchope, up onto the New England Plateau, so you end up over 1100 metres. So the difference in temperature from the bottom of this ride to the top, which is probably about a 90 kilometre ride, the difference in temperature can be unbelievable. Beautiful and sunny down here, and you can get up to the top onto the plateau and it can be only sort of 4 or 5 degrees in winter during the day sometimes. And also totally different climate insofar as it can be raining up there and not on the coast, or vice versa. So it's good to do a little bit of research before you head up here. The other issue with doing this road is there's only one fuel stop between Wauchope and Walker, which is about 140 kilometres, I believe. I'll put it up on the screen if I'm wrong. It's about 150 kilometres. The only fuel stop in the middle or along the way is Gingers Creek, but it's not a reliable fuel stop. Sometimes the power's out. It's quite remote. You'll get to see it in a little bit, but if the power's out or they've run out of fuel, or the road's closed in sections, there won't be fuel there. You might not be, so don't rely on being able to get fuel at Gingers Creek unless you're sure it's open and there's fuel available. Because for some of this bike's okay. We've got a this bike's okay. We've got a 30 litre fuel tank on this, so it's good for sort of 450 k's. But some of the other bikes, if you could be looking at a round trip up to Gingers Creek and back, where you may not be able to carry enough fuel. So if you haven't gathered, if you came to watched this video looking for somebody who was going to be zooming up the Oxley Highway, scratching the pegs and sliding around the corners. I'm not your guy. Much prefer just to have a nice cruise and arrive relaxed and not feeling like I'm lucky to be alive. But also too, you probably see on that road surface there, some of these corners stay wet and start to grow moss on them and can be very slippery even when it hasn't rained for a while. So there you go, the Gingers Creek store is closed until further notice. So if you were counting on fuel there, you've got a problem today. Well, there you have it. This Kangaroo Flat Road heads up into Werrikimbe National Park. It's quite a nice adventure ride up through there, and you can actually take that all the way through to the Kempsey Armidale Road. But for me today, I'm heading further west to Walker and then up to Armidale. But that's pretty much the end of the twisty section, and now we're into the fast open plains of the Oxley Highway 110 zone all the way out to Walker. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little stretch, and I'll continue on. So we're about 20 kilometres out of Walker, and just thought I'd duck in here and have a look at Apsley Falls. With all the rain that we've had over the last few months, might have a decent sort of flow running off it. There's actually some quite good campsites here, but it does get very cold in winter. Our altitude up here, we're at 1,030 metres above sea level. So yeah, you can turn up there and you'll find some nice camping overlooking the gorge. A really nice spot. Here we have it, Apsley Falls. Okay, so next stop's Walker. I need to call in and grab a bite to eat and a few snacks for the road. It's now nearly 1 o'clock, so a quick run into Walker, have a break there and do a bit of shopping, and then on to Armidale. So I've had a bite to eat in Walker, and then headed from Walker across to Uralla onto the New England Highway and through Armidale, and now I'm out onto the Waterfall Way. The Waterfall Way runs from Armidale basically all the way down, but virtually to Coffs Harbour, rejoins the Pacific Highway just east of Bellingen. So another one of the windy escarpment roads, but this bit's still up on the plateau. We're going to head down here to Wallamombi and then on to Ebor. It's 2:45 in the afternoon, beautiful afternoon. It's actually quite warm, really nice riding weather. Yeah, not much wind and just perfect conditions for riding today. Just turned off the Waterfall Way. I'm going to go down and have a look at Wallamombi Gorge. This is called the Waterfall Way, and whilst when you come up out of Bellingen, there's waterfalls that you go through, go past, they go under the road and things. But even when you get up here, this road has a lot of gorges as part of the Oxley Wild Rivers wilderness area. So when we were on the Oxley Highway, we were on the southern side of the wilderness area, and we've looped around. There's no way really to come through. We've looped around the wilderness area, so now we're on the northern side, and we get similar similar sort of features in so far as waterfalls and gorges and so forth that run into that area. So here we are, Oxley Wild Rivers National Park, and what do we got? Main lookout. Well, we'll check that one out, I think. GPS is telling me I've got about an hour and 20 minutes to get to where I'd like to camp tonight, roughly. So I'll just see how I go. That's 4:30. It might be a bit later than I want to set up, so I might assess some options along the way. Well, it's day one done. I'm at Ep011 Showground, or Ep011 Sports Field, just west of the village of Ep011 on the other side of the river. Decided not to push on down the Grafton Road. It's now dead on 4 o'clock exactly. Sunsets at 5:30, so that gives me a bit of time to just chill out. Done about 450 kilometres today since leaving home at about 8:30 this morning. So that's probably enough for today. There's been some great roads, beautiful run up the Oxley Highway. And then some nice, just beautiful touring weather to be out on the high plains of the New England area. So yeah, just a great day to be out on a bike. Got a little spot here, got a table, toilets are over there, and a rainwater tank. So pretty good little facilities. A little bit damp underfoot. Also have a fireplace just here, so might be able to scrounge up a bit of wood, maybe some fallen timber out of these trees. Have a little fire. I guess the only downside is it is quite close to the road. You'd be able to hear the traffic there. So, but that's fine. I can deal with that. But anyway, I'll get set up and settle in for the evening. Turns out I'm not the only one here. Millions of mosquitoes have decided to join me. I'm hoping that a bit of fire and smoke will keep them away, and that once the sun goes down they might bugger off. Anyway, some nice dry wood was here waiting for me, so I can't complain.